made it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Shredder the Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we are back for episode 34 of the Marlins franchise, and you can see here Giancarlo Stanton and our oldest Chapman are on the last year of their contracts. Now, the only reason I bring this up is because I feel that you guys should know this, and I don't think I'm going to trade either of them, but both, I think, are going to hit free agency this coming offseason. Our oldest Chapman I'm not so sure about because his service time is like a little bit over 5 years at this point, and I know you have to get to 6 to become free agent eligible, so I think we might have him for one more year. Stanton, I know, is going to free agency. He is already over 6 years of service time. He's headed for free agency, and we're likely not going to be able to re-sign him. We'll see what happens. I want to re-sign him. Maybe, I don't know if we can, like, you know, screw around with the whole budget. I know there's, like, loopholes to go over it, but he's probably going to demand, like, a $20 million per year contract, and we're just probably not going to be able to afford it. And I don't know. I'd love to keep him, obviously, but we'll see what happens. You know, if we wanted to, we could try to trade him for another power-hitting right fielder on a multi-year deal. But, you know, I think we have a legitimate World Series shot at this year, and Giancarlo Stanton's a huge part of that. So, anyway, you can see our lineup here today. We're going up against Tampa Bay Rays. Stanton is DH, and Kubel gets the start in right field, batting 9th. He would basically be the DH since we're playing in an AL park. We're going up against the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Allen Webster was the scheduled starter for today, but Jeff Neiman gets the spot start. Webster was scratched with some sort of injury, so Jeff Neiman's on the mound, and this is where actually it gets a little bit interesting with their pitching. So here I'm going to end up trying to bunt Castro over to second base. I foul it off, and Jeff Neiman gets hurt. So now not only Allen Webster was scratched from his start, Neiman, the spot starter, appears to have some sort of arm injury, so they're going to bring in Max Scherzer, who has a 9.57 ERA this year. It has not been a good year for Scherzer. It appears that he has been bumped from the rotation into the bullpen, although he's one of the best pitchers in baseball in real life, but apparently that is not translated over into MLB 13 to show. So anyway, we get thrown out there trying to steal a stupid play by me. I don't know why I was stealing in the bunt, but either way, I'm just an idiot sometimes. So Scherzer's going to end up getting out of this inning, and Giancarlo Stanton will strike out looking at that fastball up and away. But so I don't think I'm going to trade Giancarlo Stanton, but just let me know what you guys think. You know, I think because we have a shot at the World Series, I don't want to mess that up, and I just want to, you know, play it out, so to say. And I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but I think you do. So either way, you can take a look at the Rays lineup right there. They're going to be facing off against Matt Moore. So we skip ahead bottom two here. Josh Bell up, runner on first. That's hit to deep center field. Yasiel Puig going back, and he makes the crazy over-the-shoulder catch. Very impressive play by Yasiel Puig. Very Willie Mays-esque right there, although it wasn't completely over the shoulder, but still a great play nonetheless. So top three, here's Rob Brantley up 2-1 count. Brantley's going to line this one into the left center field gap for a base hit. That is going to get all the way to the wall. Brantley rounds first, heading for 2. He will get in there safely. Not going to try and test it for 3. Desmond Jennings does have a strong arm out there in center, and Brantley is not too fast. So here's Jason Kubel up, the man who I put in right field because he has a cannon for an arm. And there we go, base hit into right field. Josh Bell comes up. He will throw to the cutoff man. We're going to hold our runner up at third. We got runners on first and third now with the top of the lineup coming up. Nice piece of work by Jason Kubel. At the least, he would have advanced that runner over to third if that, you know, was hit to the second baseman or whatever. But Castro hits this one into left field for a base hit. The runner will come home and score, and we get the first run of the game. 1-0 Marlins go on top on the RBI single by Starlin Castro. Now later in the inning, Donovan Solano up, still no outs. He's going to line this one over James Loney's head at first base. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. Bell comes up firing into the cutoff man. A runner comes around, it scores. Castro moves up to third base, and we got runners on first and third with just no outs. So now, later in the inning, still no outs. Next batter up, Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch to him. Stanton's going to pop this one up to deep right field. Both runners are going to go back to their bases and attempt to tag up here. Castro is going to end up getting in there safely. Solano going for 2. Heads up base running right there. He gets himself in a scoring position. So now 2 outs. Yasiel Puig up 1-2 count. And Puig's going to end up swinging and missing on that slider down in the way. That slider is just so hard to hit in this game, down in the way especially. But either way, that is going to wrap up this inning. So we take a 3-0 lead, and now Philip Humber would come in and pitch later in the game for the Tampa Bay Rays. I guess Scherzer wasn't on full rest. Maybe he was starting, he was just scheduled to start like the next day, or I don't know, he clearly wasn't on full rest. So either way, Philip Humber comes in and Jorge Soler takes it out. Jorge Soler, solo shot to right field. That is going to be his, I believe, like 12th or 13th home run in the year. So Soler's hitting up there at like 320-ish or so it's been a good season for him. And we extend our lead now 4-0, a chance to possibly just absolutely blow this game open. Philip Humber, the former perfect game pitcher who was signed by the Astros in real life last offseason, has made his way over to the Tampa Bay organization in this franchise, and apparently has struggled a little bit. Really, he's not that great of a pitcher. He had that one great game. That's really what he's known for, that perfect game. But other than that, he's had a pretty, forgettable career. So either way, Humber's still pitching. Jason Kubel up. Kubel's going to line this one into left field. That is going to end up one-hopping up against the wall. Kubel rounds first. He's heading for 2. Jennings will fire it into the cutoff man, and Jason Kubel is on with a double. So now Jason Kubel really doing well out of that 9-hole, giving us runners for the top of our lineup. Now the 1-2 count to Starlin Castro, and Castro's going to end up taking this one to the opposite field. That one is back, and that is going to be off the top of the wall over Josh Bell's head. Castro's rounding first, heading for 2. He's in there safely, and it's an RBI double for Starlin Castro. Kubel comes around and scores, and the lead is now 5-0. Marlins are on top, trying to blow this game open, taking advantage of this weak Rays pitching staff that does have the highest team ERA in this franchise this season. Next batter, Solano. He pops that one up into shallow right center field. Second baseman Maldonado's over. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side, but not before the Marlins tack on a few extra runs, and we take a 5-0 lead. Top 6 here, Jorge Soler up once again. Umber's still in the game. Soler hits that one right back up the middle for a base hit, and Soler will get on to first base with a lead-off single now. So your next batter for the Miami Marlins is going to be Miguel Sano. Sano, the 0-1 count. That's going to get into the dirt and away from the catcher. Soler heads up base when he goes for 2. He's in there safely. Nice play by Jorge Soler using his speed. Not the fastest guy around, but that's enough speed to make that type of play. Now, after he advances to third base, Rob Brantley up. He hits that one back up the middle for a base hit, and Soler will come around and score easily. It's an RBI single for Rob Brantley. He has 2 hits now on the day. His impressive day continues, and we extend our lead now 6-0. Here's Starlin Castro up later in the inning. 0-2 count to him. Castro's going to end up hitting this one into right field for a base hit. Bell over the field. He'll fire it into the cutoff man. Now we get runners on first and second with 2 outs. Trying to do a little bit of 2-out damage here. This is something we did very well today. Getting guys in with 2 outs. Solano back up the middle for a base hit. Jennings comes up firing. The throw to the plate will be offline and not in time. So the Marlins have absolutely blown this game open now. It's a 7-run lead. 7-0 is your score. Huge advantage for Matt Moore, who we have not seen a lot of today. We'll see him a bit later. Giancarlo will stand up next, so he's going to ground this one to the third baseman. Evan Longoria was not playing today. I imagine he was hurt or was getting the day off. I do believe he's still on the Rays in this franchise, but that was a big loss for the Rays today. Obviously, Evan Longoria means so much to that team. You can see here the 6th-inning recap. Matt Moore, 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 Ks. Really nothing to say out of him. He's really shut down the Rays offense. Nick Franklin's 2 for 3, but Jorge Soler is 3 for 3 with a home run, an RBI, and a pair of runs scored. So your new pitcher for the Rays is going to be Juan Oviedo, formerly known as Leo Nunez, the former Florida Marlin. I don't think he ever played for the Miami Marlins, but I know he was on the Florida Marlins. So Jorge Soler up. He's going to walk. His impressive day continues. He will get a leadoff walk for this team. I believe that was leadoff. Oh, no, it looks like it was a 2-out walk. Okay, so another 2-out opportunity. Miguel Sano is going to end up checking swing there. Jorge Soler steals second base right there, so we get a runner into scoring position with 2 outs. Heads up play by Soler, putting himself in a scoring position with 2 outs. Now Sano up, and Sano's going to take that one opposite field. Bell will field it quickly. He's going to end up misplaying it. Soler would not have been sent otherwise, but once I saw that Bell misplayed it and he let it get by him, I sent Soler immediately, and the run comes home. Here comes Brian Wilson, another kind of notable pitcher. This Rays team is filled with kind of notable pitchers. I mean, Humber, Scherzer, Neiman, sort of notable. Oviedo is kind of notable for his controversy with changing his name and all that. So anyway, later in the inning, Sano gets picked off of first base. You're going to see he will be tagged out by James Loney, and that will retire the side. But the Marlins have absolutely blown this game open now. It's 8-0. Here's Matt Moore on the mound, bottom of 7, 1-2 count to Josh Bell, and he's going to get Bell to strike out swinging on that 2-seam. That would wrap up the day for Matt Moore. He had thrown 91 pitches at that point, and I decided not to extend him out anymore. So even though he had a huge lead, he would be pulled after 7 innings. Top 8, here's Rob Brantley. He's going to take that one into left center field. This will be his 3rd hit of the day. That rolls all the way to the wall. You're really using that left center field gap today as have the Marlins. But either way, Rob Brantley with the impressive double right there, really driving the ball well today. That's good to see. He's one of our few lefties in our lineup, so we really need him to produce. Here, still no outs. Jason Kubel grounds that one back to Wilson, the pitcher. He will be thrown out at first, but that's really more like a sacrifice bunt as the runner gets over to third base. Here's Starlin Castro up 0-2 count. Cash is going to hit this one to the second baseman, who will fire onto first for the out, but Brantley comes home and scores, and we take a 9-0 lead now. Really, just an absolute blowout, absolute domination so far today by the Miami Marlins. Now, later in the inning, Donovan Solano up with 2 outs. Solano's going to end up grinding that one right back to the pitcher. Nice play by the bearded wonder, Brian Wilson, and that will retire the side. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit here now. Your new pitcher for the Miami Marlins is going to be J.A. Happ. He will come in relief for Matt Moore in the bottom of the 8th inning. You see, he's had a nice season so far, just trying to eat up innings for us. He's going to induce the 6-4-3 double play with 1 out in the 9th to end the ball game. So he eats up those final 2 innings for us, saves our bullpen a little bit. That's all we were looking for. Matt Moore, very impressive on the mound today. He goes 7 innings strong, allowing, I believe, 7 or 8 hits, and he had about 7 or 8 strikeouts. So nice day for Matt Moore. Once again, being a nice innings eater, being the ace of our staff. He's had a decent year so far. Not, the best season that you could ask for out of him. I'd like to see more, but he was very impressive today, and we got the job done. We got the win. That's all I'm looking for. So now it's going to wrap up this video. So I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and so I'm out. Peace.